Tick-tock, time to rock. I believe we're live, but we are having technical problems. I always have technical problems when I put on, the whole thing just disappeared. All of Ecamm just disappeared. But I feel like we're live. Hold up.
Okay, we're live. I think so.
It's always when I put three or more people on there. All right. I see us down there. So I'm assuming we're still live, even though everything disappeared.
Yes, we are live because I just saw on my
people complaining. Why are you late? Guys, if I'm late, it's because I have nonstop technical difficulties all day, all night.
Sounds like a personal problem.
I'm just saying I'm on a pretty old why am I clipping? I'm on a pretty old desktop. We guys, we got to get some tricked out technology at some point, right?
Yeah, man.
You say they've got them now that are like 10 to 20 times as powerful as anything we're familiar with, but man, they are crazy. They are nice. Crazy expensive. Unlimited power. You want an iMac Pro? It's basically what you pay for a new car. It's insane. All right.
Yeah, I know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what was it? Was it 2 years ago we put out Islamicize Me? Was that 2 years ago?
Yeah, man. We're getting old. It's been a while. Doesn't feel like it.
2 years ago, and we released it for Ramadan. And since this is Ramadan, Vocab has been putting out a special edition. First of all, John, why don't you tell everyone what Islamicize Me is, and then Vocab, you tell us about the special edition that you've been releasing us.
Yeah, so Islamicize Me we did 2 years ago, and basically what we did is we decided to do like a mockumentary where we basically, me, Vocab, and David are these characters. Jamal, Dennis is David, which is hilarious. Jamal, Dennis, and Giovanni.
How we come up with those dumb names? I remember Vocab said since he's Italian, he wants an Italian name, and he went with Giovanni. Yeah. I don't remember the other ones.
Yeah, because Giovanni is John.
Oh,
so
is that right?
my first name's John Mark.
Oh, okay.
So I took the first part. So Giovanni it's basically the same. And then my son was Marco. My name's John Mark, Giovanni Marco. That's
oh, gotcha. All right, dope. But yeah, no, basically, so what we wanted to do was, and this was all Wood's idea initially, and then Vocab added on with it and stuff. But so we did 30 days to live like Muslims, but we didn't do like the popular, kind of pop culture type Islam. We did like the real stuff, the stuff that like they don't teach you, and that's out of the Quran and the Hadiths and that sort of thing too. So, so basically, yeah, we did that.
And that was just us basically opening up the Muslim sources and doing exactly what the Muslim sources told us, because that's something that has struck me for years. That I open up I'm reading the Muslim sources and I'm like, I've never heard of a Muslim doing this. I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this happening. Why doesn't anyone do this, right? And so people tell us go ahead and convert to Islam, or Muhammad's teachings are so beautiful, but it's always some completely distorted, modern, watered down, whitewashed version of Islam that bears almost no resemblance to anything we actually read in the Muslim sources. Me and Sam have been doing live streams, and we keep showing Muslims on the live streams over and over again that by the standards of Muhammad, they're actually apostates. They're living by the teachings of their leaders and their parents, not the teachings of Allah and Muhammad. So we basically wanted to put that stuff out there, and so we lived according to the teachings of Muhammad for 30 days. And so again, this was a spoof on the documentary. What was it called? Supersize Me. Yeah, Supersize Me. Vocab. I had the idea that Vocab came up with the name Islamicize Me to go along with Supersize Me, where in Supersize Me he went 30 days eating nothing but McDonald's food. And anytime they asked him if he wanted to be supersized, he would supersize it. And so he monitored, went to a psychologist, went to a doctor, and had them constantly monitor the impact of eating nothing but Muhammad's nothing but McDonald's. Muhammad's, dude.
There we go.
By accident, I just came up with a new video. It's gonna be like McDonald's, but it's Muhammad's, right? So basically, eating nothing but McDonald's food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and being supersized some of the time will actually mess you up, turns out. And so this guy actually got messed up. I think it took him like a year and a half to undo the damage done to his body. So we did a similar idea. What impact would actually following the teachings of Muhammad have on you if you followed it for 30 days? And of course, we become worse and worse and worse. We catch all kinds of diseases because we're, dunking flies in our food and drinking camel pee and, having sex with prostitutes and all this stuff. We're doing all this stuff. We're catching all kinds of diseases. And, fortunately, it did have a happy ending, unlike the true story that it was based on. A lot of people still don't know this was based on a true story. What was the true story that it was based on, Vocab?
Well, I knew a guy here in the Phoenix area that I talked to a lot about the gospel, about Islam, about Christianity, and he started off as a nice guy by all accounts. He played basketball for a community college here in Arizona. He loved music. He was just kind of liked by everybody. He was real laid back, smiled, just chill, cool guy. And he became a more and more serious student of Islam. Now, I didn't know him when he was a basketball player. When I met him, he was already a Muslim. But even in the time I knew him, I saw him grow increasingly austere. Not necessarily aggressive or angry, but just austere. That's the best word I could use to describe what happened in the change. Well, one day I woke up, heard news about some terrorists out of Phoenix who tried to kill Robert Spencer and Pamela Geller. And I said, ma'am, I doubt it. Let me see if I know these guys, because I know Muslims in Phoenix. Obviously not all of them, but I know some, and some were, radicalized, as the media would say. Well, I look at the first guy, and I'm like, I don't recognize that guy. I mean, at least I don't recognize him. Look at the second guy, and I'm like, I recognize this guy. It's like, there's no way. And it took me a while to make sure I knew it was him, just because it's like, I expected it, but I didn't expect it. It's difficult to explain this. Anyways, I had to make sure it was him because I didn't know him by his government name. I knew him by his Islamic name. And once I confirmed that was that, I was like, oh my goodness. Well, he ended up dead. No one died in his attack except for him and his compatriot, his fellow accomplice. And so it hit me hard. Next thing I knew, I had the news media calling me because I wrote a little blog about it. I didn't think it'd be a big deal. I just wrote this little blog about how I knew him and stuff, and I didn't have a ton of followers on my blog. It wasn't like that. Next thing I knew, the news was calling my phone off the hook. Somehow they found the blog. Somehow they found the phone number from it. I don't know. And I was doing these interviews, and it was just like a whirlwind of 3 days in a row of talking about this. And when it was done, I just looked back and was like, oh my goodness. And it really just reminded me of the importance of doing evangelism and apologetics to Muslims.
All right, now want to talk about the latest edition, because I did almost all of the editing myself, and I'm not the best. I'm a perfectly fine editor for the kind of videos I do, but special effects, stuff like that, I don't know what I'm doing. I had a couple of places in there, like with Robert Spencer disappearing, where I had some friends who are professional videographers help me out with the effects and so on. But Vocab actually has an improved edition. But Alan Rule here in the super chat says, "What? No magic backpack? What gives?" So John and Vocab, you won't be able to hear the clip as I play it, but I'm going to go ahead and play the Magic Backpack song. Here we go.
Backpack, magic backpack. I'm the Mega the Mac attack backpack. With this sack, reacts, I'm like a maniac. I got stacks of facts to keep you all on track.
Yeah, and so that was the Backpack song. That's actually me singing that. And it was funny because I didn't know how to just get my mouth over something. So the only way I could think of is if I was like, well, green screen takes stuff out of the background. So why don't I just paint my entire face green except my lips? I don't know if there are better ways to do it than that, but I'll just cover. So I got green paint and I covered my entire face like a green screen, and then did that. Anyway, it works, and that's usually how I figure out how to do my special effects. I come up with probably the most ridiculous way in the world of doing it, but anyway,
Speaking of ridiculous, you said ridiculous.
Did
Speaking
I?
of ridiculous, remember the vocab and the
Wait, hold on. John, aren't you legally deaf? Aren't you legally deaf?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't get to correct anything I'm saying because no one knows if you even heard me correctly. All right.
Tell me about that one. That one was funny too.
Wait, which one was it?
Remember with the finger licking good?
Oh, I actually have on this computer. I have the outtake. You guys remember the outtake?
Oh yeah.
From the first time I said it because it wasn't in the script.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. So, guys, just on this, we're basically going to just hang out for a little while. We're going to talk a little bit about Islamicize, and we're going to tell you some of the upcoming stuff. We'll talk about some of the upcoming stuff that we have, some of the upcoming ideas, and basically wanted everyone to, especially if you haven't watched Islamicize Me, Vocab is releasing a new and improved video every day during Ramadan. So he's already released a few because Ramadan has already started, but
every Tuesday and Thursday I'm doing 2 a week.
Yeah, subscribe to his channel and check those out as they pop up because so it's definitely, if you haven't seen it, go ahead and subscribe to Vocabs. But even if you have seen it, you want to see you haven't seen it in a couple years or something like that, you want to check out especially the new and improved edition, you want to check that out. So
and real quick, David, real quick, one thing that's different now from when we did Islamicize Me is the ability to premiere videos. So this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this on the channel. Because when we did it, it was cool. You would post it right away. There'd be all these comments right after you post it. And it was fun to go through and look at them immediately. Mm-hmm. But there was no ability to premiere it, which is a live playing for everybody at once. It would just be up when it was up. Now we can premiere them. So it's really cool. The first 2 are very short, 5-minute episodes. They get longer as it goes on. But it's cool to talk to everyone in the live chat while the video is playing. So there's a communal feature to being released as well. And so everybody do subscribe, youtube.com/vocab Malone every Tuesday and Thursday. It's easy to catch up right now because we're only three episodes in. We did the prologue where the Muslim approaches us and tells us to try Islam. We do the first episode where we learn how to pee because that's so important. And then that last episode aired last night was where we do our little fashion show. And so you can still catch up because you got till next Tuesday. So yes, Islamicize Special Edition 2020. Yeah.
What time are you releasing them every Tuesday and Thursday? Same time?
6 o'clock our time. So that's 9 o'clock East Coast every day, every Tuesday and Thursday. Yep.
Make Money, I think he's a Muslim here, says, David's struggling to get views. Guys, am I struggling to get views?
You're last I heard, you're getting 500 new subscribers a day.
Yeah, 100,000 views a day.
Yeah. So notice Make Money. We're talking about the new edition on Vocab's channel. We're not even talking about views on my channel. Vocab has a new edition. But anyway, so John brought up the finger licking good, and I did find the outtake here. The reason this outtake is kind of funny, everyone, is because we're all really good about not breaking while recording, right? We don't crack up laughing. We usually get the scenes done. The problem is these episodes were all like mixtures of prepared stuff, but also improv. And if you want to see the sort of stupid thing that makes me crack up, right? You can see it right now. I'm going to show you a clip when I actually just completely lost it. And this is the kind of stupid stuff that makes me lose it. So basically in this clip, it's about, again, this is about people not following Muhammad's teachings. Muhammad taught that, if you want to you want to get the blessing out of the food that you have, then you either need to lick your fingers or have someone else lick them. So Muhammad and his companions would lick each other's fingers, which we find pretty gross, but you don't see many Muslims licking other people's fingers. That is something that's taught by Muhammad's. But in the videos, we're actually just reading out sources and doing exactly what the sources say. So in this clip, we're not watching the whole clip, we're watching the outtake. But in the video, in the actual video, which you can watch, I think that episode is called Finger Licking Good. We're eating fried chicken, and I'm about to wipe my hands, and Vocab tells me, or I tell him, or something like that. I say, no, we have to lick my fingers and stuff.
Yeah, I asked for a napkin.
Oh, yeah,
you say, a napkin? Have you even looked at what Muhammad said about how to clean your fingers? I said, well, no. They're like, well, we need to read it. And so you read it, and it's all... and
yeah. And so we actually had to rig this up because I did not want to actually lick Vocab's hand. So the way we did it, recording, Vocab tells me to lick his finger in obedience to Muhammad and Allah, and he puts his hand in front of my mouth, and then we've got the wide shot, and then we move around, and I put he takes off his thumb, and I put my hand through it so it looks like the same hand. And I put my hand in front of my face, and then so I actually suck on my own finger, but it looks like his because then we immediately cut to a close shot where you can't tell that it's not him, it's actually my own hand, but it looks like it's actually my hand. Anyway, then we're just improvising, and we get to the end, and Vocab says something, and I ruin the entire video. So let's go ahead and check this out.
Do it. Got it? Yeah. We got to cut right back to him, right? So freeze it there to see if you can see exactly where my hand is.
Let me see if I can do a freeze frame.
How nasty was that? But if you say it's gross to suck on another person's fingers, you're basically saying that the Prophet was a gross, disgusting person, and I would never say that.
Sometimes to get that blessing, you gotta eat that messing.
Can we just fade it out quick enough?
No,
we can fade it like down and down. Huh?
No, you laugh way too fast.
Did I?
We gotta do it again. I changed it a little bit.
Yeah, no, it was blessing mess.
Which makes it even more funny. Okay, we gotta get right again. Okay, we'll go.
Yeah, so you can see I did not want to re-record that entire that scene, and so it basically would have been from the time when I had my sleeve through it and stuff, but did not want to re-record that, and so I was like, can we just cut it? Can we just cut it right after he says it? And they say no, they needed more space, but yeah, so that's the sort of dumb thing that would cause me to just lose it. Sometimes to get that blessing, you got to eat that messing.
Yeah, because it was improv, it wasn't scripted, and we would do stuff like that sometimes. I would say probably out of the three of us, besides that time, I probably was the worst at breaking character, because I remember I got a bad case of the giggles when we were doing the mosque scenes. I could not stop laughing at Sam.
Oh yeah, no, none of us could. You were the worst, but none of us could. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was.
You can see me shaking if you watch closely in the scenes that are in the finished product. I put my head down and I kind of shake.
It looks like you're praising a lot because you put your hand up and stuff.
That's what I tried to do. John hardly ever broke care, or John hardly ever.
John was actually smart. If he wasn't in there, he would take his hearing aid out, and he wouldn't be able to listen. That way, he wouldn't even know what's going on. So
that's what I did on Sam. I remember that because when I took it off, I couldn't understand him that well, and it helped a lot too. But from what I could hear, I started laughing. But yeah,
it wasn't just what Sam was saying; it was his face.
I know that's what made it harder,
and like his expressions, because we had seen Sam do some acting, but. Nothing he said was scripted, so everything he said is on the fly, and it looks funny in the video when you watch Islamicize Me, but being there in person was
totally different.
Was way funny.
That was wild because I had no idea Sam could act or anything like that. That was the first time I met him too. But then we were like, yeah, you think he can act? You're like, yeah, he'll probably do all right. And then he gets there and we're like, what the heck? It was insane.
No, he was like the biggest ham out of all of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was insane because you guys who have seen it, you know what we're talking about. But we basically flew Sam down at the last second because we needed someone to play the imam. Sam agreed. I said, "Why don't you just give a sermon on like science and Islam?" And he just starts off. Remember, he's going the hikmah, right? He's like he got these bulging eyes, and we're looking up at him, and we just we lost it, man. We lost it.
That
Right,
was
that's fun.
That was like he really killed it. I was just like, what? How is he doing? And it's funny, other people that we didn't really know how they were gonna do, right? So Robert Spencer says he's gonna do it. Everyone knows Robert Spencer is the most knowledgeable person on earth. Besides the leader of ISIS or something about jihad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But can he, act in a YouTube comedy series? We didn't really know. But man, he just kills it.
Yeah, he did. I know.
You're like, what? Where is this coming from? It's like, hey, give us some more laughs, Robert. Whoa.
That was wild. They all did way better than me, so that's even crazier. Because I only did a few skits at that point, though. So I didn't, But still, I was like, they did way better. I was shocked.
I was watching Sam, and I was like, Sam just stole the show from all three of us here.
And Irvin was like natural in his roles
Yeah, he's
as well.
good too. Yep.
He was like the perfect foil to the way we were.
Yep.
He was like the perfect insertion of a balance of a character.
Yeah.
And then the gal, Noelle, even though you don't see her,
Oh
the
yeah.
gal who did the Muta wife and the adult suckling, she killed it. But with her body language and everything she did was like flawless.
Because she's pretty funny too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like, so that's why she had like funny ideas and little improvs and stuff like that. So
Like she totally nailed it. And then even David's like, yeah, we need a big guy. Like, all right, I got a big guy, James.
I don't think people realize how much of this we did like last minute. We're like, okay, you think we can get into the zoo? We're like trying all this stuff. Like all of this came like just last minute. We need somebody to do this. Like we just had to figure out so much last minute,
Yeah, and it was, like the zoo scene, right? We needed a scene with Vocab going up to a camel to get some camel pee, and we had no idea they're going to let us. And it was, they'll let you take camel rides, but actually going into the camel enclosure and walking up to a camel.
While dressed like a Muslim.
Yeah.
Or they would just think I'm a Muslim, probably,
Yeah, because we weren't allowed. So I was like, look, just go offer him $20. If that doesn't work, offer him $50. If that doesn't work, offer him $100. And then who was it that went over there?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, you went over there. He came back. He's like, yeah, he took 20. And I'm thinking, sucker. We needed that shot no matter what. So if I had to give him $500, I would have ended up giving him $500. But he took 20, so that was cool.
Oh yeah, that was funny because we already paid like 100 and something to even get in there or something ridiculous.
Yeah, we had a camera crew plus there was a lot of us.
Hold on, check this out. This is our friend Make Money here. He says, and you're supposed to be 44. Grow up. How do these guys know so much about me, right? He knows exactly how old I am, right?
He doesn't miss a live stream, that means.
Yeah.
I can't even remember my own age half the time. But these guys,
I know.
No, I saw it. I saw it, and I'm like, am I 24? Yeah, I'm 24. How does he know I had a birthday, right? But they know everything. These guys stalk me. They know everything about my family, everything about my kids. They know it all, man. They're obsessed. But dude, Make Money. I'm 44. Unfortunately, I'm not in my 50s, which was the age that your prophet was when he climbed between the legs of a prepubescent 9-year-old girl. So you should have told your prophet to grow up, and apparently if he'd grown up a little more, he wouldn't be attracted to prepubescent 9-year-old girls. All right.
And nothing screams mature like that screen name he has, huh?
Yeah, Make Money. They're all that's like a common thing nowadays. Make money, money this, money that, and then they come over here. Look, during Ramadan. This is Ramadan, right? Supposed to be focusing on the great God Allah instead he's stalking us. Oh. All right. Well, guys, what's hey guys.
What?
Remember how sick I got on the last day we were filming?
Oh, well, yeah, but just so you know.
We all got sick though, or afterwards. We caught that bug.
Yeah, but I don't think there's comparing to what David was doing.
Yeah.
Just so you know, David, I never really talked about that in public with anyone unless you bring it up because I didn't want to give any details about that. Even though I did record a few, just because I thought it'd be funny, but I knew I was never going to show anyone.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah.
It was real bad.
Yeah. So
I don't think I got that sick now that I think about it. I think I just like felt a little sick the next day or something like that, but that wasn't that bad.
I don't remember getting sick. I remember getting really super tired where I couldn't stand up.
Yeah,
And
that's because
David
we
had to,
weren't
like-
sleeping. We didn't
Yeah,
sleep
David-
for days.
Yeah.
David had to like literally pick me up at a couple points.
Yeah, that's basically that's when I get historically throughout my life. That's when I get really sick. When I go a long time without sleep, my immune system just breaks down, and then I get horribly sick. But yeah, guys, we were recording all day, and then we'd stay up all night and stuff like this. And you occasionally go take a 20-minute nap or something like this. But I got horribly sick where people talk about stuff coming out both ends. It was simultaneous, right? So I got my head in the toilet, and I feel stuff running down my leg and stuff. And then, but we had to record in between me vomiting, right? So, and at first, guys, I'm kind of mental. So after, for a little while, I can take it. I would come. I don't know if you guys remember. I'll come out there, woo! We got this, baby! Right? I'm like horribly. But after a while, this happening for hours, I keep getting weaker and weaker and weaker because I can't even. If I take a sip of anything, I just get sick all over the place. So I just feel myself getting more and more dehydrated to where I feel like I can't even walk. So yeah, I get sick. I don't know. It psychs me up for a little while, but man, that was pretty horrible.
I remember one time you must have made about 20 return trips to the bathroom within like a 45-minute window. You would come out and then go back in and then come out. And I was just like looking at John. It was like,
Honestly, if that was me, you guys would have been like, you guys are going to have to just, go without me, man.
Hey.
Fill me in. I'll fly my brother out here.
your twin brother do this.
They're like, remember what we thought initially? Because my brother used to be really big,
when he was
muscles
swole?
and all that too.
Yeah,
He used to be
yeah.
real swole. So what we were thinking about doing was have him start off. I remember thinking, I was like, why don't we have him do the first couple scenes? And then as I get sick, all of a sudden you're like, dang, what happened to Jamal? Because he's down 150 pounds and no muscle.
Hey, check this Ramadan Fantasyland out. Graphy's vlog says, David, you don't have the humility to face facts. You have no guts to debate like Nabil or others Christian scholars. I have no guts to debate.
That's because he puked all his guts out. So.
Graphy, I don't know what planet you live on. I've been in more than 60 some debates. Probably 50 of those were with Muslims. 9 of those were with Shabir Ali. I debated.
Wait.
What?
David,
Shabir Ali?
How many debates did you do again?
Oh, over 60.
Okay, James White. So.
No, I'm pretty sure James is well over 100.
He's over 150.
Yeah, William Lane Craig is in the hundreds. He's probably 300 or 400 because he'll knock out 4 or 5 debates in a weekend.
Yeah, that's right.
As far as debates with Muslims, maybe Jay Smith has done more than I have. I don't know of anyone. I mean, Nabil did, I think, 18 total debates or something like that. So, no one knows what you're talking about, Graphy's vlogs. But I mean, you line up with your prophet, namely not knowing what you're talking about. Hey guys, these questions going the way you think they would.
I was thinking, how do we all find each other too? Because those 3 are different.
Oh yeah. We should probably talk about that, and we definitely want to get to some plans for the near future. But and besides that, Graphy's vlogs. Me and Sam have been going live every night and every day.
Wow.
Every night, Muslims come in and they go, well, why won't you debate? And every single night, we say, if you want Adnan Rashid or any of these other guys, they're welcome. They're welcome to join us here live. They're welcome to join us live, and they never do. They never ask to. And yet the Muslims just keep coming. It's like, gosh, they're even more out of touch with reality during Ramadan than any other time of the year. What's up with it, guys? Why does Ramadan make you more out of touch with reality? Anyway, all right, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, how we all got together, how we ended up. Because guys, this is rare, right? You guys know what I'm talking about?
No, I just heard you say. Let's talk about how we get together.
I know how we got together, but what's rare?
Well, it's rare.
Oh, yeah.
It's rare for people who are willing to make fun of Muhammad's stupid teachings in the way we do. So, I mean, if you think how many people in the world are actually willing to put their faces out there to do this kind of stuff, it's not a lot of people, and yet the small handful who are just ended up knowing each other for completely different reasons, and then realizing that we're all willing to jump on this.
And being all a Christian apologist, and also like enjoy doing skits and stuff like that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of all these other factors. Not mind messing with people and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Not minding that. You know what I mean? So anyways, that's pretty rare for us all to get together.
Yeah, although there was one scene John wasn't willing to do.
Yeah, I said that one. I said that's even too far for me.
Which one was that, John?
The breastfeeding scene. I said nah.
John was like nah.
I thought about my in-laws and stuff, seeing that, and I'm like nah. Said I'm not willing. I can't do that one.
That's so funny, man. And we try to have an in-universe explanation. I don't know if people ever noticed. We never really got too deep into it, but we had this weird thing where David and I postulated that Jamal was lactose intolerant.
Oh yeah.
And so
no, you were lactose intolerant.
No, you were.
Drink the breast milk.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. No, you had the old breast.
No, guys,
when we had the moss scene, remember?
It actually,
it didn't sit well with me. That's why I was farting.
That's
in the
right.
moss.
Yeah.
It actually tied in because remember, John, you were the one who ate the cereal with the flies in it, and you got sick. But we can't say you got sick because you're eating flies, because that would go against Muhammad. So he made it. Oh, you must be lactose intolerant. That's why you're sick. But we were going to record John on a stairwell, sort of watching while the breastfeeding is going on. But then we just forgot. It's one of the scenes we forgot to record, and then so we kind of had to use what we had.
And that scene is funny because David, your original idea was, that whole scene is your idea. But I remember you saying it like,
no. Let's be clear. My idea was she would be in a room and you would see us going in, and we come out with milk mustaches. That was my idea. Vocab was like, no, let's escalate this up to 10.
No, and then I think I said get the cookies and the cups or whatever. It's like
oh my gosh, it went totally out of control. Totally out of control.
When you think about it. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, because it is funny, because David's original idea was like, she's in a room, we open the door, we come out, we have milk mustaches. It's relatively sedate or mundane in a way. But it's like, the way we did it, we're poking over the shoulder. It makes it way more over the top.
Using the burqa?
Yeah, and the spitting up and the milk cheers and
ridiculous. Man. That's why I said because we only had a few days to record all this, and we were just like coming up with stuff like consistently. That's why it was so crazy, because we got a lot done. That's why we didn't sleep that much, because we just had all these ideas and just kept doing stuff.
Real quick, someone has an interesting comment about Jamal. What do you think about this, David? Isaac Marshall says, I think John played the most characters in the series. Jamal, atheist, phone operator. But I was an atheist too, but I'm trying to think that they may be right though. I'm just trying to think.
Or they might be getting me and I think me and Irwin are the same person.
No. It's Irvin, not Irwin.
Irvin.
Although
I was going to call him Irwin.
Although there was one person who thought you guys were the same guy. Remember the film guy? That was the film guy who helped us one day.
Yep. He's like, hey. I can't remember what he even said to me. I was like,
he did.
Yeah.
That's so messed up.
But did I even play anyone else for the entire, or did I just play myself? I think I was just myself, right?
You don't say.
Well, yeah. No, John brings up a good point. Yes, you're only Dennis, but you're Pimp Dennis, and you're also
But that's still all Dennis.
Yeah, I know, but you're still doing and there's also thanks, Rachel.
Oh, no, yeah.
There's a crafty Dennis too. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of have different versions of Dennis, because the Pimp Dennis, I don't know if people remember or understand. Just so everyone understands, when you watch Islamicize Me, when you rewatch it, there's like this Easter egg where if you ever wonder why is Dennis's character acting like a 70s pimp all of a sudden, it's only in the presence of women. That was the secret gag.
You don't say.
Yeah.
That was so dumb.
Talk about a money train.
You don't say.
That was funny. I think Yeah, some of those things were super funny. I love that series though, right? That series is hilarious. I watched about half of it probably a few months ago, and I was like dying. I was like, this is actually really funny because I haven't watched it for a while.
Yeah, Sophia Agape says the caravan scene. I laughed so hard, and yeah, that was classic because I had planned out the scene with the Dodge Caravan, and I was like, all right, we need something to say after Robert Spencer drives off, and Vocab goes, Vocab will get ideas, and he'll start laughing to himself before he ever tells you, right? He'll be sitting there and he'll go like this, he'll go. And you know you're about to hear like the dumbest thing you've ever heard in your life that you're not going to use, or you're going to hear like something that's totally brilliant. And so you don't know what you're going to get. And so I was like, what are you laughing at? And you go, how about we say, Robert Spencer robbed our caravan, right? And so the joke is that like Muhammad robbed caravans, but we're mad that Robert Spencer took our caravan, and so we conveniently had a Dodge Caravan that was not planned. It just ended up that way. So it was cool how many things like totally ended up that way.
Yeah,
Man.
like serendipitous to the max.
Yeah. The only thing I'm bummed about is that this was when I first, I wasn't even comfortable with the camera at this time. So it was like way more awkward. I only did a few videos or something like that too. You know what I mean? And so like, I just was like, man, I just wish I acted better because you can't go back and redo all that. You know what I mean?
I thought you were fine, man.
Yeah, I think you did great.
Yeah.
Man, I could have did better, I felt like, but
the scene that made me like, I don't know, your top acting scene, bro, is when you got tortured.
Oh yeah, that was good.
and
that was funny.
That was also sad because remember I had those
cheese
graters. Remember I was when I smashed it on your nose, you're like, bro, that really hurt.
Oh yeah.
That really hurt.
That did actually really hurt.
I felt so bad because I was smashing it on your nose.
We were willing to do. Remember, whatever. I knew I was going to be in
Hey,
pain.
actually, that was a scene. That was a scene where Vocab was like, "No, you have to do this part, David," because he was like, "Man, if the Black Hebrew Israelites get video of me like torturing John, they're going to use that. They're going to use that clip." So,
yeah, no, that's true. I didn't want to do any of the torture. So if you notice, it's only Dennis torturing Jamal because I was like, bro, I can't. You know what's funny though? That thing is true in a different way. There's a Hebrew Israelite out there who's saying that I love to make videos where I kill black people. And you may be like, wait, what are you talking about? And what he does is he points to when I blew up as Muhammad, you, John, as the Nation of Islam character in the Hebrew Israelite. And he's saying, look, Vocab is showing he's a racist. He loves to kill black people. He loves to fantasize about black people's death. I kid you not. So, I mean, I don't care about that, but I knew it'd be like, I didn't want to have this scene of me visually like torturing John with a cheese grater on his back and, putting his hand in boiling water because of that.
Hold up. Frivolous Z in the super chat says, I see you gentlemen are all wearing your beards. Here's zakat for you. So he sent $10. He says,
nice.
Yeah, but then he said $5 more if you all stroke your beards thoughtfully now.
Here.
All right, that's $5 big ones. That was the easiest $5 ever, man. Hey, check out Make Money here. Make Money says, Jesus wouldn't be proud of you, David. It's always funny when a Muslim starts correcting us. What happened to love your enemy? Pray for your enemy. Giving the other cheek. Not very Christian of you, huh? Notice the interpretation. Loving your enemy means you don't make fun of the most obvious false prophet in history. That's the part I reject, Make Money. I reject the idea that loving you means letting you go on serving the most obvious false prophet in history based on a foundation of nothing but lies without us exposing how ridiculous it is. So I believe that one of the most loving things I could do in my life is thoroughly expose your prophet to humiliation and degradation until even you can see how ridiculous it is to follow him. And can't get more loving than that.
So that was interesting that Muslim just now get money or whatever. He was quoting the Quran there, right?
No,
The hadith was.
no, he's got no. He's just saying. He says Jesus wouldn't be proud of you. What happened
No,
to?
I'm just. My point is,
He's being sarcastic.
He can't quote his own religion.
Exactly.
Oh
in
yeah,
regards to
yeah. Oh
these
yeah, yeah,
matters,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You know, he has to quote from the scripture to try to get his act proper, you know, in his mind. You know what I'm saying? Because if he's going to quote his book, it's going to be Surah 929. Strike them at the neck. Strike them at the neck.
Here you go. David, I can't believe it. I'm going to sit here whining about you making funny videos when in our religion we would chop your head off. But
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
just making funny videos. I can't believe you.
Strike them at the neck. Hey, someone brought up David, character you did play. Speaking of that, someone said David was the magic backpack.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Oh, that is true.
That was pretty dope too.
That was legit. That was right. Speaking of that, somebody said they want us to talk about some of the other characters more, but I thought we kind of already did. But someone said, could you guys please talk about Sam, Robert, and your Demi more?
Demi Moore?
Demi Moore?
Yeah, it's a good one. Well, no, so we needed someone else, but they have to be a little, you know, willing to do this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had a buddy I had introduced you guys to here from the Phoenix area, apologist guy, does a lot of great stuff on Islam. By the way, subscribe to his channel at Operation Apologetics. And I said he was down to do it, and he was like perfect. And I thought he played the role with like a perfect innocence, where he went from our Christian neighbor, and because he even just seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah.
He went from our trusting Christian neighbor whom we abused to our forced Demi, to a forced convert to avoid the persecution, to an apostate because he felt bad about what he was getting involved with, because we immediately turned him into our jihadi warrior.
To go kill Robert Spencer.
Yeah, but I thought he did a great job, and he was just pretty much down for whatever. You know, he was just like, whatever we kind of asked him to do, he was just down, and he kind of did it with relish.
And
My favorite thing he did was... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, and the only reason we were able to do those medical scenes was because he got us the bed, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
They got us the doctor's bed.
My favorite scene with him was when he was when we're gonna go kill Robert Spencer, and then he's in the hotel and he's taking the selfie and stuff like
That's
that.
mine too. That's our favorite part, is when he does the selfie.
Episode was so dope. Yeah.
He was like perfect for the role of like the scared, like running, and he was just so innocent and pure compared to us. It's just like.
I almost wish we could redo the whole series on like a bigger budget, you know what I mean, and more time and all that.
We totally will. If we ever, down the road where, everything is going well and we decide we want to redo it, you can always just completely retcon everything and just redo it.
That would be so dope. Yeah, we should plan on that sometime. That'd be so fun.
Oh, well, actually, even before that, we have the prequels and the sequels.
Oh yeah, yep.
To do, and unfortunately, coronavirus interfering with plans for the for the near future. Oh God! Before I forget, I got this awesome idea. I was thinking about when I was younger. My favorite movies were horror movies because I was mental. After I became a Christian, I didn't like horror movies anymore. But you guys don't seem like the horror movie type, so you probably don't remember the Evil Dead 1 and 2. But it was like,
I've never seen them. Yeah,
they're like massively like gore, but like semi comedy because it's like so mental and twisted. But I was thinking, for the future, we need a big cave. We need a giant cave somewhere. Like, and I've been in some, but they were like in different parts of the world. Like I was in Israel, and I went into just outside of Bethlehem. I went through this long series of caves, and then in Greece, I was in a cave that went like a mile inside of this mountain. But guys, so if you're in the United States and you know where we can get this sort of long cave complex type thing and like rent it for filming, let us know. Because here's the idea. A horror movie that's all about Muhammad's first experience in the cave, right?
Oh, okay.
So check this out.
Yeah, it could be a horror movie.
Yeah, here it is.
Oh,
go ahead.
That's a good idea. I was gonna say, I know a guy who has a cave we could use because he's not using it anymore.
Oh yeah.
Osama bin Laden.
Oh, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, man? So check this out. Check this out. It starts off, and it's along the lines of screw tape letters with a couple of demons. So we'd be playing the demons, and we're sitting here and we're talking about how we can mislead the most people, and we sit back and we start talking about the religion that we would create if we wanted to deceive as many people as possible. And everything ultimately boils down to, we need some like total illiterate pervert, and we like all the characteristics, and all of a sudden Muhammad comes walking into the cave, right? And so and we'll show outside the cave first. It'll be like that Venom Fang video where there's a big sign that says like Cave of Doom and Death. But Muhammad, like, I can't read it, right? And so he walks in, and like there's all these warnings along the way. This cave is possessed by the world's most evil demons, and Muhammad can't read any of it, so he's going in there, and that's when it goes into like horror movie mode, where instead of like you read it in the Muslim sources, and it'll say Gabriel pressed upon him until he thought it was death, and said, read. And I said, I can't read. So he pressed upon me again until he thought it was death. What we would do is we would like stretch that out, right? Those are not like right after each other. Those are like spread out. And Muhammad's like running through this cave and dodging demons, and all this stuff's happening to him. And then it catches him again. But it's like a whole movie, right? Like a 90-minute horror movie on the origin of Islam. And it ends with Muhammad emerging from the cave, trying repeatedly to kill himself. By the way, guys, this is all in the Muslim sources. Don't think, oh, I can't believe you're saying all this. It's directly out of your sources. We're just like making it visual. And then he gets to his wife, and he's clearly, everyone has seen it. Everyone is saying, no, this is clearly demonic, horrifying stuff. But then his wife says, no, you're not possessed. You're a prophet. And he goes, oh, thank you. And how do you know? Because you have this great big mole on your back, right? And then that's how Islam starts. So anyway, that's my most recent idea.
You can call it, the origins of Islam or something like that. That'd be hilarious. And then you can even have like the devil for shirt that says like, hi, my name is devil, like the name tag or something that.
Muhammad can't read it.
Well, yeah, that's what we did in the Boom Boom Room. Yeah.
Connor here said, only one I can think of is Luray Caverns. I remember driving past Luray Caverns at multiple times. I don't know if we can actually rent those. And it does, and I'm pretty sure that's big, because I think you have to like pay money to actually go into Luray Caverns or something like that. But yeah, we basically need a big long cave where we can film multiple scenes inside the cave, so we should be able to find something like that. Hey, check it out, General.
Just in Colorado, I'm sure.
We bribed a zookeeper. I'm sure we can bribe a cave keeper.
We could. Yeah, we're good at bribing. General Robert E. Lee here says, who played the Muslim who gave you the challenge in the beginning of the series?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a pastor, a Christian pastor from Sudan. He's a pastor, so we told him, hey, you want to be in our series? We need someone to play a Muslim.
But you didn't tell him at all what it was going to be like.
That's kind of messed up. Yeah.
And he was like, I think the way he said was like, David, you do so many things for me all these years. You ask me to do something, I do it for you, David. But then when he gets there, he's like, I do not. He had no idea. He had no idea what it was. And then when he saw what is up we were up to, he was like kind of shaking his head.
He's a good guy, and he's a big time evangelist too. He's out witnessing the Muslims and stuff all the time and all too. So
yeah, and he's sitting here and Islamicize me.
In the parking lot, though, I was shocked because I had never seen him with that style of a beard. So I was like, whoa, George. He looked great that way, though. Yeah. I was like, bro. But honestly, I don't think there's anyone whose lines took longer to record than his.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's not an actor, and we're sitting there giving him lines which aren't exactly how he would say them and stuff. And so yeah, it was. I think you were in there for like a couple hours.
Yes.
Did someone say pork?
Yeah. He couldn't get that line. He said it so many times it was stuck in all our heads.
Yeah.
You do not know because you have not tried it. There are more important things. He was so hard. He's like the William Shatner. But he ended up doing a good job because he was sincere as well. It worked out. At the end, we're all mad at him because he's sitting there eating ribs. We're like, what?
Oh man. That was that was a fun time, man. I can't wait till we can work on our next stuff now. So we should probably talk about that real quick.
Yeah, we need to do. What do you guys think would even be next? I would think the prequel, because we're supposed to be younger for that. We're not actually getting any younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, use that stuff they used on Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci and The Irishman.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get CGI to be younger.
If we all shave and drop 10, 15 pounds or something like that, then it'll work.
Yeah, we're gonna have to and probably put a little makeup on or something like that. It might make us look younger. I don't know how to do it. But yeah, so guys, the idea is if you remember at the beginning of Islamicize Me, our characters start off as atheists. We're sitting there talking about how much we love Richard Dawkins and stuff at the beginning. That's when we get challenged to be to live according to the teachings of Muhammad for 30 days. So we want another series on us as atheists. I don't know what we would actually start off as. Like maybe we start off as Mormon. That'd be funny. We start off as like Mormon Mish, like two of us. Oh, hey, John. Maybe you're at the door. Maybe me and Vocab are Elder Dennis and Elder Giovanni, and we show up knocking at your door to convert you to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Remember, I have a great grandfather who was a Mormon.
Yeah,
remember?
you need to do some videos about that, man.
I know, I will.
That would be dope.
That would be funny though, yeah, so I can reference that.
Well, totally. The first episode will basically just be a conversation about Mormons' racist history.
And you guys bring him up. Yeah, you bring him up, and you're like, yeah, isn't your great grandfather?
Well, you're black because, see, in the pre-existence, when there was a war between Satan and his spiritual brother Jesus,
seed of Cain.
You, as an intelligence, before you lost your memory when you decided to come to this earth, you sided with the less valiant one. And all the ones who were neutral in that great heavenly war, which, of course, Jesus ended up winning, they ended up in black or brown bodies. And then we could quote the Mormon sources about that.
Nose, right? Joseph Smith.
So probably in in the first episode, we would have to start off as Mormons. We would have to leave Mormonism and become atheists in the first episode because the series is actually about. But we would start off as like really nice atheists, right? Because that's the idea. We're going to start off as like nice atheists, live and let live, but we become more and more radicalized. We become more and more militant atheists as the series goes on. It's funny because Apostate Prophet's even going to be in it. He's going to be like the voice of reason. He's going to be the nice atheist because that's what he is in real life. He's going to be the nice atheist who's trying to keep us from going off the deep end and becoming these massive internet trolls and jerks. And basically that whole thing is going to lead up to the very last episode. We walk into the scene where Islamicize Me starts, and so they all tie together. And then we
should do a whole episode where sorry, go ahead, finish. My bad.
Oh, nothing. That was it. And then
I have an idea though.
What?
Just real quick. Right. But this goes back a little bit, but then we get right back to this. So remember you talking about the horror movie in the cave and all that? Mm-hmm. What if you had for the soundtrack of that? We should have, or we should actually redo the Eminem and Dre song where it's like these voices.
I remember these voices, these voices.
Oh, yeah.
Great character.
Oh,
I mean, then you can be the Eminem one, and then we'll be on like their shoulders and stuff like that. Talking to them.
No, that song had a creepy sound to it where. Yeah, as Muhammad's like running through the cave, these voices, and it's totally cool because that would count as a parody. So you can even take the same beat track and stuff like this and do the whole song as a parody. But that's
my bad. All right, now go back to the atheist thing. Go ahead.
Well, for the atheist series, we should do one episode that's entirely us doing like actual religious practice to the flying spaghetti monster. So like where we're Pastafarian, so we do things atheists do in real life. Like for example, try to get our driver's license picture taken with a strainer on our head. I don't know if you know, but atheists do this in real life.
Hang on.
About religious freedom and stuff.
I can come up with that stuff all day. Go ahead.
No. That would actually tie in because if you remember, Dennis runs into two atheists and one of them's a Pastafarian. Yeah. Maybe that would actually make sense if he was sitting there looking at them thinking, I've been through all this. Do you have any idea how dumb this looks to me? And that's why he jumps on them.
Oh yeah.
That would actually be a funny tie-in. So yeah, we'll have I'm sure we could come up with endless stuff for that. And then the sequel afterwards is going to be us as Christians, but we can bring in all the older characters because they're still around. Like Sam could still be the Sheikh, and maybe he's out trying to kill us because we're apostates now. Other people in the series can be out to get us and stuff, and so we can figure out what the point is of all that. But yeah,
we should just take some time. I mean, this is what I would love to do. So we should say, let's take like a month recording like this one or something like that. Take time. We'll like raise a GoFundMe or something like that, so that way we're not losing money from all the time we're not doing other videos. And just take a month and crank this, make this first season really dope. Then we can redo the Islamicize Me, and then or if we want to, and then we can do the sequel after that. That'd be dope.
Actually, I just remembered. It's been requested for many years. Well, I say many years, I mean 2, because that's how many years it's been since it. But we have had tons of requests for an all-female edition of Islamicize Me, where it's 3 women who get challenged to live according to the teaching.
So then what are you going to do? Because Vocab is going to be in that one.
Oh, God. Oh man,
we'll be the Muta husbands. Maybe they're like feminists and they think, well, we can do Muta too. And we're male prostitutes. Oh man, this would be messed up.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay, you just got a super chat that says just became a Christian because of you, David.
What? Who said that?
Oh wow,
I don't see that.
New super chat, Francis Boyley, something like that. Sorry, I know it's French and I'm horrible at pronouncing French stuff.
You're pretty bad.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Dope. Well, congrats. Welcome to the family.
The kingdom. Francis Boyley.
Yeah.
You guys are both destroying that name.
All right, well, it's better than
Boyley.
Better than Guillaume Bignon.
I'm afraid I can't take all the credit, Francis, because if you became a Christian, yeah, I'm pretty sure Holy Spirit had something to do with that one.
That would be funny though, to have Sam put a fatwa on our head, and what we could do is like,
a fatwa. We'll do the whole thing. Will be us like,
yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Apostatize me.
Apostatize me. Oh, it's too perfect.
And then, then what we could do is, bro, have Sam convert James the pimp. Well, Hodilla.
Oh, that would be horrible.
He could be after us.
Yeah, because we don't even know, as far as the series goes, we don't even know if Hodilla was alive or dead. But we'll assume.
We never said we killed him. We never said we killed him because we did that on purpose.
Oh, and in the atheist one too. Remember that idea I had? We had like the ghost of Stephen Hawking come or something like that to give them advice instead of the backpack, something like that. That would be funny.
I have some advice.
I totally forgot about that. That in that series, the idea is that more and more miraculous stuff keeps happening. And then I think John suggested that idea with like the ghost of Stephen Hawking constantly talking to us, and we don't realize how everything that's happening completely contradicts our naturalism. And so like that's the kind of ongoing joke. Everything we see around us at all times is completely contradicting our worldview, but we've been trained to ignore it all.
Bro, if we had the ghost of Stephen Hawking, I totally want to imitate like some of the dialogue with Star Wars with Obi-Wan as a Force ghost and Luke. That'd be great. Oh, the atheist one, we can go to an atheist convention.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and guess what? What we'll do the whole time there is sexually harass all the women, and we can like have these newspaper articles about Michael Shermer doing that at all the atheist conventions. Have you guys heard about this?
Yeah, with Shermer and what's his name too?
Carrier.
Carriers, yeah, Carrier.
We could go to an atheist convention and say how we're gonna like learn all this knowledge, but the whole time we're gonna go, all we'll do is sexually harass the women.
That'd be messed up.
That's what we'll actually be doing at the atheist convention. Sexually harass. I'm sorry, dude. This would be messed up. And we gotta have one episode where we all read David Hume and become super depressed, and at the end we just play a game of backgammon. Because that's a famous Hume quote. Yeah. When he gets depressed.
General Robert E. Lee said, "I have never seen 40-year-olds with so much glee." John is, just to be clear, John is not 40s.
And tell him also that may be the case, but you would have seen a 50-year-old with such glee when he consummated with with his child bride.
Hey,
for the record, guys. Muhammad.
Yeah.
Gert Toshov says, I remember back in the days I was watching Islamicize Me in Ramadan in Saudi Arabia secretly from my family.
Oh,
Right,
man, that's
for
wild.
who said what? Who said that?
I don't know. He said he was watching it in Saudi Arabia during Ramadan
awesome.
secretly from his family.
Wow. Oh, that's another thing. Someone just said Aaron Ra needs to be like a Halal Hogan. We do need to have like an atheist wrestler character. That could be the ultimate social justice warrior.
Dude, I could write that stuff all day easily. If we did for the atheist series, that stuff will never stop coming to me. That's like I have like a million ideas of like atheist skits to do all the time. I've been doing more lately, but like I'd rather like sometimes do like my standard kind of video. But I'm like lately I've been doing a lot of skits because all these atheists. I have like 50 atheist skits in my mind right now. So.
Oh, bro! Speaking of wrestlers and all that, remember how we were gonna do like a whole wrestling thing? Like we were gonna have a rando Shia Man Savage, and he was gonna fight Halal Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, we can straight up have a character called The Rock, and the whole time Muhammad's trying to kiss him. The Rock.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah, but that could just be an episode of Muhammad's Boom Boom Room, right? Like The Rock shows up. We need someone to play The Rock, but Muhammad could just keep trying to kiss him.
You need Sam to play The Rock.
Wait, John McCray is obviously going to be The Rock.
Yeah, no, I'm not. The Blackstone?
No, The Rock, the wrestler.
He can't be The Rock. The Rock's got to be massive.
But Sam could probably do it because he's about the same complexion and he's still bigger. You know what I mean? And you guys could just pump like some fake muscles on him and they're like dope. I mean, Sam, he's got a little bit of muscle, but you know what I'm saying.
Why don't we just put fake muscles on you, or we just use your twin brother for that one?
I could do The Rock though if we did the personality. Now my brother's skinnier than me now, so he ain't gonna work.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. That'd be funny though. We have like, imagine if we like had all day like together, we would do stuff like, we have unlimited ideas.
We would probably get in more trouble than we ever could imagine though as well.
Yeah.
Yo, we gotta have, as atheists, we gotta have an episode. We gotta do two things. One is where we gotta talk about like something, how we're gonna go to the Holy of Holies or something like that as atheists, and we do something like go to the headquarters of the Southern Poverty Law Center and worship there or something like that. Thank you for shutting down free speech. Oh, do some kind of, and then we also got to do one where we go troll Hebrew Israelites in real life as our atheist characters.
Yeah, we need to do that like in each of the series where we actually roll up on Hebrew Israelites.
Yes, seriously.
It might also be worth too starting a channel with like the size me's or something like that. You know what I mean? And then like the whole channel, we have just nothing but like and then we have the different seasons and stuff like that. That'd be pretty dope too, because we can keep it going forever. And then you have the Boom Boom Room ones too. That'd be dope too.
And we should have one where we could do a thing where maybe for a couple episodes we say let's try different versions of atheism, and in one of them we try Nietzsche's version.
Yeah. Oh yes.
We're like
we'll think
trying
about
to breed with blonde-haired women, and then at the end of the episode, we're all in a nut house.
But think about this though. There's like a few different kinds of atheists, right? So each of us should just adopt the role of which one, and then they'll have like those. Like you have the guy that's like the realist, you know what I mean? Who's like understands that like there's like oblivion, and you know what I mean, and everything's like the nihilism and all that too. You know what I mean? Then we have like the obnoxious one who's just like spitting off like cliches and memes like nonstop. You know what I mean? And we'll have like the different kinds like that.
Well, guys, if you remember, oh, by the way, comment here from Francis. Francis says, I used to be.
What's the last name?
I used to be a Muslim, saw your videos, and that's how I, my mom, and sis came to the light. Oh, and it's pronounced as, see, even the pronunciation here, that can be Boule or Boule. I will assume Boule.
I would assume Boule. No, Bouye. Bouye. Something like that. Nice. Well, hey, that's really good news, though.
That's awesome, Francis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really good.
On the on the atheist videos, if we're talking about doing different kind of characters, if you remember, we started off our characters, because we have to somehow lead up to becoming the characters at the start of Islamicize Me, but they were praising Dawkins for completely acknowledging that he would ignore all evidence that goes against him. So basically our three characters have to all end up in that situation, and we could kind of be in different spots. Like one of us could be, like you said, the nihilism, basically trying to actually live according to the worldview, and the other could be doing something else, and one could be doing something else. But we kind of get closer together until the point where we just need to ignore all evidence, and that's the only way we can actually continue to live like this. And then that's how it starts off, and then basically it's that's actually a huge message, right? Because you got people who like Islam spreads in areas that have been just overwhelmed by secularism, and so maybe we kind of like flush so much out in order to get ourselves like that we're just ripe for the pickings of some preacher to come along and radicalize us. Anyway, guys, this is how we brainstorm ideas and stuff. We just decided to do it a little live here, but this is the same thing that happens when we sit down and we start working on cranking out stuff for Islamicize Me, or planning out episodes and stuff like that. But that's how it works.
And everyone, to see it again with community, please subscribe, youtube.com/vocab Malone. You go there every Tuesday and Thursday, drop a new episode. And there's a few, it's the same series and love, but there's a few things, a couple quicker edits. Some of the episodes are a little shorter with some faster edits. There's some minor special effects modifications, so nothing, super over the top, but little special effects here and there. Like, for example, when Dennis's character, when he becomes super upset, when the Hodilla knocks the Quran down, like he doesn't just get mad. You see like flames shoot out his eyes, like little things like that, right? Mm-hmm. So there's little special effects and little things like that. So I think you guys will definitely dig it. And there's a couple little comic graphics that will kind of sometimes give the background of the story, so like a little bit of a narrative aspect to it, later that evening to give you somewhat idea. Little minor modifications. Some people are like, I always want the original, because these are minor changes, but it's a special edition. A lot of people are like, hey, I can really get used to this, because they see, it's like just a sort of a funner thing in some ways. So anyways, come over, check it out, and it'll be fun. And I look forward to seeing people in the live chat.
Here you guys go. Black Tuesday Film says, call the atheist version Rationalize Me.
Yeah, that might be the best.
I like that.
Yeah, atheists are going to lose their minds when we do too.
Well, here's what's cool.
Yeah, that's probably the best.
Here's what's cool.
Apostatize Me is based too much on Islam, but Rationalize Me is more of an overarching idea. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just going to say,
just do atheicize me.
No, I like rationalize, right? Because it's got two meanings, right? Because you've got the rationalize is like you're trying to so
double entendre,
and plus they have to insert rational this, rational that, but right. I think it's going to be a mix. If we're actually making fun of the sort of jerk online atheists who sit around going, oh, you're Sky Daddy, you need a Sky Daddy, right? Those guys all day. There are lots of atheists who think the same thing we think about those guys, right? They look at those as kind of an embarrassment. So if we're actually making fun of them, I think they're like I have tons of atheist fans on my channel. I don't care if you're a Christian. I just, I like the fact that you're, blasting the crap out of jihad and stuff like that. So those are atheists who are more along the lines of, I don't care what people believe. I just, just don't like come to kill me and stuff like that.
Or the Shia who liked Islamicize Me because a lot of the source literature we were going after was Sunni.
Yeah. There were Shia Muslims who were loving Islamicize Me and watching Islamicize Me and praising Islamicize Me, because most of the stuff we're making fun of comes from Sunni sources, not Shia sources.
That reminds me. That was still so funny. We're like sitting on the couch. We're like sitting on the couch, and John's like, "Yeah, man, it's gonna be real bad for them when the 13th Imam comes back."
They loved that. They loved that one.
What?
Yeah.
We're about to kill him. Just kidding. That's so funny, man.
It might be cool to have like apostate. Oh wait, apostate. Is he gonna be like the reasonable, like the reasonable atheist?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool then. Yeah, and then you have like we have like the cool, smarter atheist type guy. Yeah, I call them athememers on my channel. Those are the ones who actually like think and they can talk without ridiculing, and they actually like reason and can agree, concede points, that sort of thing. Athememers.
Athememers.
Yes, sir.
Why do you call them that?
Because they're the athememers, you know. It's like athememers, and then we have the hate theists. The hate theists are the atheists who are just like your average, you know, who hate everything. So I'm planning on doing a series like the hate theists hate science. Talk about how they're always, you know, all the times they go against science. Hate theists hate, you know, facts, logic, philosophy, humor. You know what I mean? All these things or whatever. So I'm planning on doing a series, the hate theist series, and then I'll contrast them with the athememers.
Wait, but what? Yeah. I don't get the name though. What?
Just because they're memers. They're just memers. So it's just a preference to it. Yeah.
Yeah, but if they're smart, they're probably not into memes.
No. I'm on the meme team, son. You see what I'm saying? They're part of the meme team.
Yeah, but do they actually support your channel?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just saw a comment from the video.
Real?
I saw a comment from the video that John posted yesterday. There's an atheist comment on there. He said something like, hey, I'm an atheist, but your videos are hilarious and stuff. So didn't you see that?
Yeah, I get a good amount of those. Like, you know what I mean? Not all of them, of course, but probably like I get a good amount of them though, and a lot of videos. I have a lot of atheist subscribers who continually come back and like what I do and, you know, like the points and all that. So
no, you have a spectrum of atheists, and some, and I'm saying this. I mean, I have a couple of atheist moderators on my channel. I have a Hindu moderator and stuff. So there are people with you know, completely different views who are like, hey, you know, we disagree on this, but we're on the same side on other issues, and so I'm fine being on the same side with you know, certain issues and stuff like that. And lots of people, you know, lots of people, and this actually makes sense for Christians, because as Christians we can say, hey, we disagree with you, but you know, we love you and stuff like that, so we're happy to be nice and get along and stuff like that. But you know, lots of atheists, you know. This seems like probably the best position for an atheist. It seems like the best position for an atheist would be, look, you know, your belief is irrelevant as long as it's not screwing up my life, because, you know, I believe you just die, and if you die happy as a Christian, then I don't care. What's that got to do with me? And so I don't really care as long as it's not having a negative impact on me. And that's why, you know, for the angrier atheists, the ones who are hostile, the ones who are running around, Sky Daddy, those kinds, they typically view it as like, religion's about to destroy us all. Religion, it's coming after us. It's coming to get me. They have to sort of rev themselves up in order to get themselves that angry. But there are plenty of atheists who aren't like that. And they're usually fine with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the end of Religulous, Bill Maher is like basically saying, so religious people are going to start Armageddon. It's going to be the end of the world. Or you get like all the atheists who think there's all this policy, and any minute now, the United States is going to become a Christian totalitarian state.
A theocracy.
Yeah, it's really about to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, are you what in the world?
Yeah, there was a video back in the day by the guy who started that blasphemy challenge back in the day, and it was called I think that one was The God Who Wasn't There or something like that.
The Rational Response Squad.
Yeah. But he had a documentary. Yeah. He had a documentary, and that had Richard Carrier in it. And Richard Carrier, he was just going on about how Christians are going to unite and elect leaders who are going to come and destroy all atheists and stuff like that. And I'm like, you guys are more. You guys are. I mean, these guys are like they're just extremely paranoid nut jobs, really. And so anyway, yeah, you got those kinds of atheists.
The Rational Response Squad. We could model a lot of our stuff after what they really did.
Vocab, you knew one of those. You know that didn't he live by you or something?
Graydon Square, rapper.
The guy who beat the crap out of the other guy, right?
Yes, that was wild, because when I saw that, I was like, well, this dude's my neighbor. Because I was inviting him over and stuff. I was like, dang, should I invite this dude over? This dude's about to come. His real name was Eddie. It's not Graydon. So I was like, man, Eddie's about to come over.
It's funny. They went by fake names so that
Will Calkins, and Brian Sapien.
We have to use
Sapien. What was it?
Sapient. Yeah, they went by those other names. Now we can't make fun of that too much because you go by Vocab Malone, but yours was a rap name. They made up. Yeah, they made up names because they're like, okay, 10 years from now, once I've grown up and I need a job, I can't exactly be known as the Rational Response Squad guy.
I do wonder
why they're so persecuted.
All the Christians will kill.
Funny skit on that.
The Christians will kill me.
Yeah. There's a funny skit. Do you remember I did the video coming out as an atheist or whatever like that? And then the guy I was like, oh, they're never gonna elect an atheist president ever, and he's just like, what, dude? You know what I mean? It's just funny. Anyways.
Oh, hey! Someone just gave me an idea. Someone said, so Rudra says, I would love to see an episode where you guys debate Christian Prince as Muslims, and he hangs up on you because you are talking nonsense, and you make a video claiming you won. But anyway, yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be. I don't think that. I don't unless we just completely redid Islamicize me, we wouldn't be in a situation where those Muslim characters again. But that made me think of a funny idea. If we had Vocab as Prophet Muhammad call up Christian Prince to argue with him, then it could be Muhammad debates Christian Prince, and then Vocab is spouting such stupid stuff that Christian Prince hangs up on him, and then Vocab as Prophet Muhammad claims that he won the debate and destroyed him.
And also just being Muslim characters, there's like other Muslim characters to be.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't necessarily have to be Dennis. We could be like Muslims who are inspired by their story, but we're sticking with the faith.
I think when we eventually, way down the road, when we redo Islamicize Me, then it'd be cool to incorporate, because we'll have way more ideas too, and we have a better idea of what we're gonna do. We're gonna be better at this and everything. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
if we do Islamicize Me again, I want to hire someone to play me. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, you see how we come up with ideas. We some of them we come up with, some of them other people say something, and then we tweak the idea. And so anyway, Gerard Perry says the Rational Response Squad sounds lamer than the Suicide Squad.
That is true.
Francis Boule says all of you should come to London sometime, please. Yeah. We'll probably just roll up. Maybe we'll roll up on Speaker's Corner one day, like in character, and see what happens there. Let me take one more comment. Islam is true. Says David Wood are going to debate the apostate prophet. Yes, I am having a debate with the apostate prophet. We've agreed on the format. Basically, I told him and he agreed. I wanted to get some hard momentum going on Islamic topics before we do that debate, because I didn't want you Muslims during Ramadan to think that you're safe because, David Wood and the apostate prophet start debating against each other, right? So I wanted to be clear that we are both united still in crushing the ideology of your false prophet. And once it's kind of, there's like a devastating momentum still spilling over, then jump and do the debate on between the Christian and the atheist, because I don't know how to explain. Basically, if you keep cranking out videos over and over again, then they just keep moving, right? Like an avalanche. It starts like an avalanche. So I've got a bunch of awesome videos coming out, just completely crushing and devastating your prophet. And once those are going and those are getting tons of views, even when I'm not posting those videos, it'll be probably in the next week or something like that. We'll start it. I'm just saying, during this next week to 10 days, oh my goodness, the havoc that is going to be wreaked on your prophet. Because matter of fact, right after we do this, I'm about to post a video on your God not understanding basic math. You Muslims make fun of Christians, say 1 + 1 + 1 = 1. I'm about to show. I go through the. Guys, you, Vocab and John, you guys might not be familiar with these passages, but the Quran gives these rules for distributing an inheritance, right? And so it'll say that, if you have 2 or more daughters, they get 2/3, and the mom and dad, they each get They each get a sixth, and the wife, she gets an eighth and stuff like that. But if you add it up, it adds up to way more than the actual inheritance. So I put that all in the video. The video's done. The video's been edited. I just have to make a thumbnail, and then it's going to be posted. Anyway, we got that. I've got the top 10 myths Muslims believe about Islam. Got all these awesome videos coming out, and once those have all been blasting away at Islam, then me and the apostate prophet are going to have our awesome debate. All right, guys, we should be wrapping up because I know all three of us have stuff that we have to jump on.
Yep.
Any final thoughts, guys?
Nah, let's I'm looking forward to when we all get together again, man, and get this going. It's gonna be dope.
David Wood, I want to know, when is the Jeffrey Epstein episode of the Boom Boom Room?
Soon as I watch it. I mean, I've had that for forever. It's already been edited. I didn't even have to touch it. So I just have to watch it to give it the thumbs up. But, all right. I will watch it tonight. I will watch it tonight because I don't have to do anything after I post this video. And I went live earlier than I normally do. So I have this, I have the next few hours free right after I post this video. I stay up till about 3 o'clock in the morning in this week. So there's no reason I shouldn't watch that video. In fact, Vocab, send me a message around 12 o'clock and you said you'd watch it tonight. And then if I haven't, I'll watch it right then. All right?
All right. Everyone put the pressure on David Wood on all the comments on all his videos.
Yeah. You guys understand how bad this is? We have multiple episodes. We have Muhammad meets Michael Jackson. We have Muhammad meets Jeffrey Epstein. We have Muhammad meets R. Kelly. We have Muhammad meets Sigmund Freud. We have all those. Yeah. We recorded all those. 3 of those were like last year that we recorded. Still just haven't posted them, and that's all on me. That's not on these guys. That's all on me. But yeah, we need to get rolling on those again. Get those out because we still have a few. We still have a few more. Anyway,
we have a documentary to film this year. Me and you. The Life of David Wood. We're going to be filming. Yeah, we still haven't forgot about it. Still waiting on D-Dub to finish up some stuff, but the quarantine and stuff like that's been slowing things down, but we'll get that out too. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, we got a bunch of awesome stuff coming out, and again, so the links to Vocab and John's channels are in the description box. I posted those links after we started, so you might need to actually update if you want to subscribe to their channels. And in theory, the plan, as far as I know, is to go live tomorrow around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, East Coast time. We just started this last Saturday, but Sam, Shamoun, and I are going to try to be going live in the afternoons on Saturdays so that European viewers, so that it won't be in the middle of the night for European viewers. And we will probably, I heard Adnan Rashid just posted a new video going after us. And so happy to go through that. And we will, of course, invite Adnan to join us live again. I doubt he will. But
is it going after you and Sam?
Yeah, the video is supposedly a response to me and Sam.
Oh, okay. I want to see that. Eric Bizzle has a funny idea. Do a skit called The Care Bears, CAIR.
Council on Islamic Relations. Yeah, Islamic. Yeah.
That's pretty good because they have different powers. That represents, and then they have, like, on their stomach, the logo represents their power. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we could have like different powers of care. That'd be pretty epic. Not a bad idea.
Oh, I totally forgot. I had one of the original series ideas I had from years ago was, gosh, I can't even remember what it was called. It was a superhero one. Oh, Captain Freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
He had a partner though.
Liberty Boy. So that would be John. Yeah. That would be John.
That's right.
Captain Freedom and Liberty Boy, and then they're
gonna fight General Sharia
and Major Takia. Major Takia.
Yeah,
I totally forgot about it. And it was supposed the whole idea was supposed to be like campy, like old school, like Batman, like Adam West Batman, where it's
climb up
those fights.
And everything.
Yeah.
They do
We have to jump into that. All right, man. Gosh, guys, we could be recording a totally new series like every 2 or 3 months and not run out of ideas for like the next 10 years.
Yep.
Yeah, all right, guys. Well, we've all got stuff. We've all got stuff that we need to jump on, guys. I will have a video up in probably half an hour because I just have to make the thumbnail for the video and then upload it and should be good. All right.
Sorry. All right, my dudes.
All right,
everybody.
Catch y'all
Good to see
later.
everybody.
Peace.